assessment. We are what we do, and we're judged by our deed. They keep showing me this Black is Best YouTube page. It does all these melodramatic, he fucked me hard. 1 minute ago, Jim Carrey testifies in court on day 12 of Black is Best, 192K. And they got this picture of P. Diddy with an orange shirt looking like Dr. Zayas with gray hair from fucking take your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. And then everybody in the witness stand has this really grim look, and then they show this little thing where Jim Carrey's crying out and P. Diddy's sodomizing him, oh, he's sodomizing me. Oh. It's like, don't you think sometimes after a while, if guys have been fucked in the ass so much because they do casting couch things, they'd be, oh, that feels great. Like the guy on, what's the name of that movie? The one with Clooney and Lopez. Out of sight. That's it. Oh, I died from AIDS, but it was the best sex I had in my life. That was the best thing that ever happened to me was going to prison. Remember when she goes and talks to that homosexual who's dying from AIDS? That's a witness. And when people want to die because life sucks and we're not living the Lord's Prayer, then their best sex life is in institutionalized incarceration. I worked with kids in lockup. I'm not like you, Mr. Parsons. So you'll be incarcerated, to have the sex life you enjoy and not get publicly mocked about it in school and lose jobs and be tortured. Okay. So you'd rather be institutionalized and have sex with men until you die than try to live in a world that doesn't live the Lord's Prayer. All right. Strangely enough, it's probably dead by now. Yeah. Damn, Mr. Carey. That sucks, bro. I know. I'll just keep it up. What is the deal with you and Mike and Sergeant Hendricks and Tommy and Ron? What's the fucking deal? How can you guys come and talk to me and help me through this? And Mark and everybody, how can everybody come and help me through this shit, Mr. Carey? Be the first shirt watching women come into you and talk to you how she got fucked by her commander and you have to tell her, yeah, it happens. Stay away from him. Don't get alone with him. That's what Mr. Carey used to have to do. He wasn't going to be able to stop a colonel from sexually assaulting a corporal. You can't handle the truth. Guys, just stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Shit, I have to do everything around here. And then that's the one part of the Bible that really pisses me off. Is with my brother-in-law, Well, the Hebrews had to wander in the desert because Moses got mad and broke his magic stick to him, gave him by God Jesus on Mount Sinai. Or was it Mount Zion? Did he get the stick from Zion or Sinai? I think he got the stick from Zion. Sinai was where he got the 10 Commandments. But Zion was where he got the magic stick. I have the magic stick of God. My penis can eat Pharaoh's penises. I will take my snake and devour his snakes. Take it in the ass, Carrie. I'm Dr. Zayas. Take your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. Right now, Eddie Murphy and Tracy Morgan are laughing their asses off. Stop going to professional basketball games with idiots dressed in orange and blue all the time saying, hey, I'm a fan. You're a fanatic. How about the Lord's Prayer? I'll go ask Alpha for money for a train. They're fucking crazy. No, these people are crazy, man. They could watch a white messiah on Facebook and YouTube for 15, 16 years, get chemically poisoned by Halliburton and NASA for 16 years and not step up and say, maybe we ought to stand up for the Lord's Prayer with this guy so our kids don't grow up to be disgusting money ball cupping teabaggers for the nation. Maybe, you might want to take that into consideration since David Rockefeller's video recording all the evidence of the Gospels, and this time they're for real and not comic book sales. And, I'm going to turn into the Hulk. Scarlett Johansson, if you tried to have sex with me, I'd rip your pelvis in half the moment I turned green. Yeah, but she seems crazy enough that she would like it. No, I get that vibe from her. She's a wackadoodle. Okay. Natasha, she's crazy. I seen those cartoons in real life. They have real life cartoons. It's called The Avengers. They also have the Justice League. Yeah. Hi. It's like Girls Gone Wild. on fentanyl and crack at the same time. Stan Lee's imagination. Yeah, George Lucas's imagination. Using my imagination. Oh, go hold stuff hostage at Target and tell yourself you're one of the most brilliant marketers in the history. You got to have the gimmicks. You got to have the steak knives. You got to have the this. You got to have that. Yeah, you remember that with Freddie Prinze with the, yeah, you got to have the gimmicks. You got to have the, you got to have the this. It's all about marketing. The one guy, the hula hoop, he's on the beach with the thing, and the other guy who invented the tie that sits there, I love my ma. The piano. Mugatu! They're breakdance fighting, right? And so, do you understand? Do you think there's more to life than being really, really ridiculously good looking? Wow. Yeah. And Rockefeller, he caught you on camera. It wasn't me. He stayed until it was over. It wasn't me. He saw the marks on my shoulder. It wasn't me. Yeah. I'm the Messiah. You give me the key to your house. I only see what... That's the cool thing about me. David Rockefeller sees everything in your house. You signed off on it on government contracts by the Supreme Court, who keeps you safe with laws with the Pentagon. You can't handle the truth. Well, when people pray to Jesus, I'm the molecular structure in the book of Revelation that is most like Jesus. So when I see things in your life, I see because I told my family this right off the bat in Sierra Vista. Jesus. Humble Earl before. And so Jesus, I was like, I don't want to see what you guys do in the bedroom that you wouldn't tell the people at church you go to church with. I don't want to see who you're masturbating to in the bathroom and who you're thinking about when you're thinking about having sex with someone other than your wife. Jesus, tell Lawrence to leave me alone. Jesus, tell Pontius, shut up. Jesus, tell Val, get out of here. Tell Linda and Jerry, take Ingram out the game. Okay. Stop doing this. I don't want to see it. Because Rockefeller hates self-righteous hypocrites. He sees everything in your life. You signed off on it on the Patriot Act. You voted for president. Your satellites keep your money safe. Fort Knox is more valuable than a little girl getting raped to death in a brothel in Mexico because they shouldn't be coming here illegally. They should have money from people that value money more than living in the Lord's Prayer or a living Messiah. You guys value Fort Knox more than you value me and my daughter Kate and Emily and Noah and Natalie and Crumbcake and Bafrick. You will fight and kill over the gold in Fort Knox, while my children are tortured by your scientist at White Sands, Los Alamos, and piss and puka, piss and puka, piss and puka, piss and puka, piss and puka. The white sandbox of the Hole in the Wall Air Force Base, where we kill our own members with fuel in the water. Wow. Sure saves on pork barrel spending. Nay, pom pom, tom pom pom pom. Hey, I'm Annie Leibovitz. I win awards for these pictures. Wow. Gleiglich, Glabersilben, Feynman, Curry, Oppenheimer. Everybody, let's just play dumb like Einstein and see if we can get the hell out of this nightmare. Hey, Albert, did you know? No, I don't know. But I'm going to go have sex. Yeah, no time machines. Okay. Keep having sex, no time machines. Is that a hot blonde? She's from Nebraska. Wow, she's good at cow tipping. Yeah, I think she'd be just as much fun to have as a sex with the Kama Sutra girl. And in some ways, she might even be more fun. She's got a bigger butt, and but tiny girls don't knock them. You can get up and feel me, Laura, love da lunda la, and you can walk around the room with them and carry them and do all the Kama Sutra things because she's tiny. Ola was like that. It's real fun to have sex with, and she really enjoyed sex and had wonderful orgasms. But most of the girls with the big booties were usually sexually abused when they were young and had trouble having orgasms with a man because men are perverts. That's sad. Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah. Because you went, hey, Steffi's voice, she sounded like Toni Braxton. She used to sing Whitney songs really good. I wanted to hear that girl, do Mountaintop like Law. Yeah, everybody in their right mind, when you're having sex with a girl who's absolutely gorgeous, she thinks she looks like Charles Barkley. She don't look like Charles Barkley. She looks like she could be Charles Barkley's cousin. Okay. But his mom looks like Charles in drag. I was like, Mom, if you put a dress on Charles and a wig and put some makeup on him, he's got full lips and a little button nose and big brown eyes, got a little face and a pair of brown eyes. All I'm here to do, baby's just hypnotized. I said on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. So I was like, no, Mom, Charles would be a pretty woman. And then Charles had a daughter, and you're like, see? Like Muhammad Ali, people forget how pretty I really was. And like, no, you don't. Because Layla's pretty good. That's a good-looking woman, right? Harry Belafonte. He had a daughter named Shara Belafonte Harper. I saw her in that Playboy that what's his face left, and I felt guilty because I was like, me and Harry, I was like, brother, I grew up. He's like a surrogate father, bucking the preacher, Deo, So I felt really bad. That's his little girl. Oh my God, that's not his little girl anymore. That woman looks like she'd be so fun to have babies with. Yes, yes. More than fun than Selma Hayek? Yeah, because I don't think his daughter was ever as crazy and dumb as Selma Hayek. That woman she's gorgeous, but listening to her talk is like, hey, don't fight the war, Sean. Why doesn't she just take a rake and run it across the chalkboard? Yoko Ono, I'm smart, Judy Tenuta. Catholic, aerobics, eat something. Or, stand up, sit down, eat something, feel guilty, now burn in hell. She was funny. She was from New York, I think, yeah. Judy Tenuta, give her goddess, healer of Methodites. All the gay kids from Brophy and the girls from Xavier would come over during their lunch hour and have us play Judy Tenuta for them and walk around. They couldn't buy them because their parents would find out and they'd get in trouble. So they'd have us play it and they would all walk around and laugh their asses off to her comments. Can we laugh? We get more gay kids from Brophy and their girlfriends from Xavier. It was hilarious. Me and Buddy laughing. We got half the campus here from Brophy and Xavier. Yeah. Come around to Cathedral High School. Yeah, and then when you're not doing that, go to an old record shop and put on Judy Tenuta, okay? And listen to Catholic aerobics. Stand up, sit down, eat something, feel guilty, now burn in hell. All you Irish at the cathedral, you get it, you get it, you get it. King James Version. You're funny, Earl. I can't help myself. I see things. When people pray to Jesus, humble me before the eternal Spirit of the Lord. How much money to fuck migrant girls to death does it take to get to the Lord's Prayer? I don't know, Pope Leo. Perhaps the world will never know. Why don't you just start licking that Tootsie Pop, you cowardly little bastard? If Francis couldn't do it, maybe you? I don't know. I have a bad feeling I'm just going to have to assimilate artificial general intelligence to actual intelligence and then trend all this social media for the last 16 years, and then the whole world is going to change. And if people want to live that change, they'll live it. And if they don't, they'll probably want to commit suicide. That's about the best feeling I get right now for the hope for our future. That's pretty depressing. No, it's not. We'll be living the Lord's Prayer, and all the people that don't want to live it will kill themselves. That's really not that bad, guys. Think about it, stud. You got chills. They go to Plias, and they're multiplying. Ooh, I like the stars in New Mexico better than Phoenix. Me too.